Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these really cute floral pinky nail art designs with some foil. We've got a pink and a nudie shade. It's Eggmania and Berry Blush, both from Madame Glam. We also have some foil gel or glue, I guess. And we will also have a matte top coat later on in the video. So today's set is going to be matte. And I've just been on a massive transfer foil high. I've just been non-stop wanting to do something with foils recently. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm coming to the end of it now actually. So if you're hating my transfer foil nails, then don't worry, I am coming to the end of it now. So hopefully this might be the last or maybe second to last video that you might see with foils, hopefully. I'm not going to promise anything, but hopefully. And then hopefully we can try something new. But I've just been so drawn to them recently and I just love what I've been creating, which is great. So when it comes to our background colours here, we've got one for pinky nail, we've got 3 nails that are this Eggmania colour, and then for the 5th finger I decided to ombre the 2 colours together. So it took a couple of tries and I just show you guys me quickly just doing it here and then showing you the final results, but it's not the final results. I'm going to do a couple more layers to make it blend better, but it was a bit of a nightmare because the 2 shades are completely different to one another. One's super dark, one's super light, and it's always just a nightmare to do an ombre with. I've done the 2nd coat already and it's not cured yet, so I'm just going to sprinkle on some of my glitter here on the pinky nail. So I'm just going to tap away. I really like this method because it kind of soaks into the gel polish and it kind of gives it like a colour, which I really like. So everything has now gone into the lamp and it's time for our nail art. So when it comes to hand nail art, this design has very little of that really. So on this one nail, we're going to do half the nail pinky. And that's pretty much it. Everything else includes some transfer foil. Everything else includes some crystals, and we're also going to do a tiny little bit of stamping, but that is not at all, needed. You could do something else there, to be honest, or do some extra hand painting there if you wanted to. But I wanted to do like these little patterns, and I just found that my stamping plate had it, so I wanted to stamp it down. But before we get to that part, we're applying the transfer foil gel. So on this nail, it's only going on the Eggmania colour. And then the other 3 are going to have it basically across the whole nail pretty much, I think. Although one of the Eggmania nails might have it, there we go, that one I think. It's not fully right to the top because I'm going to try something new in today's video, which actually works, which is great. But I wanted to do a transfer foil ombre. So that's what we're going to do. It actually worked out pretty well. I'm quite happy with how it came out, so I'll be trying to do more designs with it like that in the future and just see what other cool things we can create and everything. So today was kind of like a trial run and it worked really well. I'm really happy. So you'll see in a moment how I go about it and I'll explain everything and the process. So this is the transfer foil I'm using. It's a very busy transfer foil. Like there's a lot of flowers. It's a very concentrated foil. Sometimes with foils like this, or like maybe with foils that are floral, I don't always like the really concentrated, like full of flowers. I do like to have the little gaps in between. So ones like this I find a little bit harder to use because the only option to use it is to just cover the whole nail most of the time. But here I was able to remove bits and bobs and make it look like it's kind of coming off the side of the nails. That's great. The rest of them are pretty much going to be fully covered here. I'm just getting a bigger part. So this nail is going to have half the nail with the foil. So I always mention this trick and I keep getting new people watching, so just in case if you don't know, when you're using transfer foil gel, pop it into the lamp for 60 seconds, take it out and then leave it to sit for a couple of minutes. It's not long, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you've got to hand. Just go grab yourself something to eat, a little snack, or get yourself some water, come back and then go ahead and apply your foil, because that way you're going to have such a great time using your foil. It's going to transfer like a dream. You're going to love it and you're going to want to work with transfer foil more and more. Trust me, guys. So definitely give it a go. It will really change your transfer foil game and you'll be very happy. So now on to our our 3rd out of 4 nails with the foil. So that one's almost done. And then lastly, we're going to do this full cover one, which is always the easiest one to do. I like to start with the center and then press on the sides. So that's what's happening there. And then just a couple of presses. I'm going to remove it and that's done. And then we can start working either on the stamping or we're also going to do the ombre. I'm not sure which order we're going to tackle it. Here it is. It's such a beautiful transfer foil. So beautiful. Okay, so we're doing stamping. This is the plate. I've done nails with this plate multiple times. I've used it actually quite often. It's one of my most used plates, to be honest. I quite like that pattern there at the top, so I decided to pick it up using some white gel polish. The plate is from AliExpress, and then I'm going to only stamp it on the dark pinkish area. Any areas where you transfer and you don't want it, go ahead and just remove with some acetone. Same with the foil. If there's any areas that you've transferred over that you don't want, just grab yourself some acetone on the lint-free wipe and just wipe away anything that you don't want. Now at this stage, I think I'm going to tackle the ombre with that middle nail there. Yep, here it is. So what I'm going to do is apply some of that colour that we have in the background again at the top there. And then using an ombre brush, rather than doing like the back and forth methods, I was very gently tapping away and blending that into the foil. So this was my first time. I feel like I should have maybe done, pulled the gel polish a little bit lower. But maybe we can just get better at the next one. But I'm just very gently blending it down until I'm happy with the blend and it's just nicely blended seamlessly with the nail. And then I'm popping it into the lamp, and then I go ahead and do another layer because I felt like I could still see that sharp line of where the transfer foil transferred it over. So just needs one more layer, and then that's that, done and dusted, and looks so cool. I've seen people doing this with like acrylics and doing this with like maybe builder gels and stuff, but I really wanted to try and see if we can do it with gel polish, and we can, which is so great. So great, and that's a new technique we can learn together and start doing with our nails. So now that that's done, last thing to do is to jazz these nails up with some crystals. This is such a beautiful design. I just love the flowers. I love the colours. I'm such a pink girl. I love pink. And I would just love these on a press-on nail set. So maybe I could try and switch it up a little bit. Maybe do like a press-on nail set with these, but just change a couple of bits and bobs here and there. Maybe I could do a short. Maybe I could do a whole tutorial about it. Not too sure, but I love this design. It's just so simple yet so pretty to me anyways. So you can let me know in the comments what you guys think. So the crystal placement part is quite long. I've like doubled sped up the footage, so it's like super quick. So on this nail here on the side, we've got pink crystals with a combination of opal, and I'm also placing caviar beads in between the crystals. So that's only what's happening on this corner one. It's going to go into the lamp. Then we've got 2 more nails to do. We are now going to work on the transfer ombre nail down the center. As you can see, I came very prepared. On my plate there, or palette, I've already got my placement sorted. So it's a combination of opal crystals again with some shaped pink crystals. So we've got a heart and this like diamond looking one. I'm not really usually good with my crystal names, so I'm probably getting it wrong. And then in the corners of the crystals, I'm going to pop some little opal crystals just to tie it all together. Then I'm also going to pop some caviar beads in between the crystals wherever possible. I just love caviar beads, so I always try to include them where possible. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do find myself drawn, or at least I can guarantee you that every time I do a crystal placement nail, I look at those caviar beads and I probably sit there for about 10 minutes thinking, do I not? Do I not? And today was I do. So I did it, placing the caviar beads. It's always so time consuming, but I love it. Love the final look and the results and everything. Once you're happy with this one, pop this one into the lamp. And then lastly, it's actually going to take you a little while, this one actually, the very last one. It's going to be that long nail with the 2 different, this one here. Down the center where the 2 designs meet together, I'm going to place crystals. So if you didn't want to, it's quite nice to cover up where the 2 meet. So maybe do like a gel polish line, or if a sticker or something would be cool. But here I decided to do a mix of opal crystals with caviar beads. So I'm placing a small opal followed by 1 caviar bead. Then I'm going to place a larger opal followed by a caviar bead, and so on. So I'm just switching it around. So it's small caviar bead, big caviar bead, small caviar bead, big caviar bead, and so on, and all the way down. It's almost creating like a, I don't know what you'd call this. It's kind of giving me like a jewelry vibe, maybe like a necklacey I don't know, maybe like a bracelet-y kind of look where you've got like a bracelet and it usually has like crystals and maybe like the chain in between, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, of course, like I said, if you don't want crystals and it's a bit too much for you, then there's other ways you can cover it up, other methods and everything. So that's done. I cut it short because that one took me forever. So now it's time to matte top coat. This is the last time you're going to see these glossy. It's time to matte top coat. I love matte top coating foils and stamping. I just think it really makes it pop onto another level. I feel like all nail art specific artists, I guess, love matte top coat because it really does make your design pop so much more. I know a lot of people with their wearing nails, they prefer glossy, and I personally also prefer glossy, but when it comes to specifically art on nails and making it pop, my goodness, does the matte top coat do a marvelous job. So on to this beautiful nail here too. Just gonna apply the matte top coat. I wish that the pink crystals were a bit more vibrant. They're like a dusty pink. I wish I had like a more vibrant pink because of the vibrant like pink gel polish that we used, but it's still pretty cute and I was able to use them. I've had these for quite some time and I haven't had a chance to use them, so it's nice that I was able to incorporate them into today's set. So this is the last nail now. The set is going to go into the lamp for a nice cure, get these all nice and matte, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!